and Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. Happy to have you all for 3 individual love tarot readings, what I call my little sips. These are just an energy check-in, seeing what the universe wants you to know about that person you are thinking about. So if you aren't currently thinking about anyone, this may or may not be your message. It could also resonate in the future. Tarot frequently makes more sense when you give it a little bit of time, a little bit of breathing room. So welcome you to come into these readings with an open heart, with an open mind. Hopefully pieces and parts of this, if not a lot of it, will resonate for you. Okay, that's my goal, that's my intent. Timestamps are down below if you want to hop right to yours, but feel free to stick around for them all. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can. That helps me a whole bunch. We got some crazy hair going on today. I'm kind of digging it though, right? It's kind of the I don't give a type of day, right? Okay, anyway, moving on. Everything else about this video down in the description box below. The decks I'm using, how to contact me for a personal, my social media. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram.com. Check that out if you're interested. And always remember, you are in the driver's seat. You are responsible for your own actions and decisions. Everybody has free will. If something feels foreign or strange, don't take away those messages, okay? Assume they are going out to someone else who needs to hear them. All right, let's do it. Let's start backwards. We're going to do Sagittarius, then Leo, then Aries. So, time stamping for the Sag gang. Sagittarius, what's up? How you been? Thank you again for all the love on the last couple of videos. I threw you guys a bonus reading just because within the first few hours of posting, the Sagittarius October monthly got a lot of hits, a lot of views for me personally in my little tiny channel. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. So let's get some brand new love messages for my Sagittarians out there. Let's start with their person. 3 cards for their person and 3 cards for them. Ooh, okay. So this came out completely on its own. 2 of Pentacles. So this is either an expansion of what you already have, maybe reaching, I don't want to say a milestone, but it's like doubling down, adding to what already exists. I think it's very positive. If it's not that, if it's not someone you're interested in, Sagittarius, it could be that you have 2. It's like 2 that you're keeping warm, but you haven't really decided which one is which. But the way these pentacles are stacked on top of each other, for a lot of you, it feels like you're growing. There's an addition to what you already have with someone. So you'll know, especially if you have 2 options or opportunities. Could also be saying that about your person. It could be your person is kind of keeping their options open and they're deciding which one stacks against the other, if that makes sense. Positives and negatives, I'm sort of getting like qualities. Especially if you have another fire sign. Your fire sign may have options, or Sagittarius, whether you're male or female, this is very likely you. Those 2 kind of came out on their own, so I'm going to keep them in mind, but let's keep hopping in here. And I feel like fire signs have been coming out in your reading recently regarding romantic partnerships. So for those who don't know, you, Sagittarius, are indeed a fire sign. So let's get 2 more cards for Sag's person. Okay, as 3 come out. Cool. Ooh. All right, wow, very interesting. Okay, and then let's get 3 for Sagittarius. What does the universe want Sag to know about this, please? Okay. Okay, you got 2, yeah, you have 2 pages as well, and they're not looking at each other, so that leads me to believe it's 2 different options. Oh my gosh, you have 3 pages. The 7 of Pentacles, assessment. The seeds I have planted with this person, the seeds I have planted in this project, do I stay? Do I give them longer? Do I practice patience, or do I abandon it entirely? Do I start fresh somewhere else? Do I uproot myself, move to a different town, this, that, or the other thing? Do you know what I mean? Assessment, 7 of Pentacles with people or tangible goods, maybe with your job. I am reading for love, but know that you can view it through a lens of career and finances. So your person is wanting to communicate with you. Ace of Swords is great for communication, and you have the pages that communicate the most. I like these pages are frequently students, children, or messengers. In your spread, again, Sagittarius, I'm being called to say, you have options. You have literally, right in a row, you have the 3 pages. So the only one you're missing is water. So this may or may not involve a water sign, or it could be that you're still figuring out with whom your feelings actually rest. If cups represent our heart space, our feelings, our emotions, it's like you have 3 people in the equation. Maybe one of them is you. Maybe you have 3 other people in the equation, but it's like you're trying to figure out who to give the cup of love to. So it feels like you might be holding back, or again, vice versa. You can always switch the placement here. So you have someone wanting to, especially a Pisces, wanting to communicate with you about long-term plans, long-term celebrations. Some of you may be celebrating some sort of anniversary with a Pisces. 10 of Pentacles, excellent card for long-term longevity, building a home, building a family together. And then the only major arcana you have coming up is Pisces, which is the moon. It doesn't have to be. For me as a reader, the moon can very frequently be water signs, especially Cancer, obviously Pisces and Scorpio. And then, yeah, with Three of Cups is celebrations, reasons to get excited. It's very just lighthearted. It's like bubbly champagne, right? It's that kind of vibe. It's celebratory, it's fun, it's easy, it's happy hour, it's socialization. Sometimes it can indicate third-party energy though, and I'm wondering if that has been a secret. If this isn't standing out as a zodiac sign, this can sometimes be illusion, deceit, fear, the subconscious, what exists in us, but it needs to like come to the surface. Like there's a darker energy here. And I don't mean evil as in darker. It's just, it's not illuminated. You know, the light of the moon, it's a dull light. We can't see everything in front of our path when it's just moonlight. So yeah, it's like something needs to come to the surface, and it for some of you, it could be third-party stuff, but it doesn't have to be. For others of you, you may have casually been dating someone, and again, they're wanting to take it to the next level. They're wanting to like climb the mountain with you. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Yeah, it seems like this person sees you as long-term potential. Give me one more on this. They want to communicate to you that they want to establish roots with you. And I don't know if there's fear about they're not sure how you feel or how you're going to react, but with this, they seem very lighthearted. This is a very interesting combination. It's like fun, bubbly, lighthearted celebration, but then this card in particular, the colors alone, it's very like, like brooding and kind of dark and like a lot of like internalized fear about something. Okay, yeah. The anticipation of a tower. So here's the deal. I'm getting two storylines, more or less. I've already told you them. One, and I'm not saying that both are correct for you, Sag. You're going to have to pick your storyline. One person is afraid to come out with the truth, to bring illumination to the fact that there's three people in this scenario. It's not exclusivity. It's not, it's not just the cozy two of you. It's like there's a third party drifting in and out. Maybe you already know about the Sag. Maybe you're the one with the secret. If that's not the case, someone is anticipating a disappointing reaction when they announce to you, by the way, like I have crazy feelings for you and like I want to get together, I want to reunite, I want to be with you, whatever it is, I want to marry you. They're already anticipating you pulling out the rug from under them, being like, oh no, I don't want that. And so there's fear about expressing their true feelings for you about the long term. So for most of you, I think that's the case. I think someone has caught really heavy feelings for you, and it's that nervous excitement to tell you how they feel, but they're also very worried that you're going to reject them. It may also be a Leo that you're dealing with. For others of you, if there is third party, it's very likely because this person is already married. 10 of Pentacles is like well established. So if it's not something someone is thinking of in the future, it's like they're already with someone else. So that's sort of what's coming up in your person spread. I don't know why I'm being called to do this, but for the ones who are interested in long-term potential with Sagittarius, like what is the deal here with that? The Page of Cups. Yeah, so there's you guys have all four now. Sagittarius, what? You have all four pages. That, just to be honest, that very rarely happens in a tarot spread, let alone a tarot spread that has like a total of 10 cards on the table. This seems very big. Whatever it is, it's like everyone's showing up to the table. I don't know how else to put it. I guess it could be a water sign at this point. So here's the thing. This flew out over the fire sign. So this is either saying, yes, you have feelings in your heart for this person who's wanting long-term potential with you, or it's saying your heart rests with the fire sign, if that includes another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or it may be falling on your child, right? If you're a single parent, it's saying, first and foremost, your love is going to your child, if that makes sense for some of you. All right. So then let's look deeper into your energy here. You're curious about the water sign or the fire sign. I hate to always replay this story because I know it's not every Sagittarian story, but I am sort of getting a message of confusion about whether you want to give up your independence or your ability to date around. You're not sure you want to invest in one person. It's not that you're completely against it. It's like you're really thinking it through, and I think that's good, you know? Yeah, okay, so you have Wheel of Fortune twice, but this one's falling over an earth sign, and then Wheel of Fortune falling over an air sign. But then you have Page of Cups and the fire sign. So Goodness, like there's so many people here, Sag, I'm not even sure what to do with it. Give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure I'm relaying the correct messages here. Okay, so for some of you, there's a fire or a water sign that you are thinking about, but you're not currently with them. For others of you, there is an earth sign already in your life who's like, let's progress this forward. Let's do it. Let's put a ring on it. But for a lot of my Sagittarians, you may be hesitating because you are still sort of thinking about someone else. So then in your outcome, you are going to progress forward, but hold on, give me some here. What can I tell Sagittarius? The main message from the majority of my Sages out there. It's saying you got to go with your heart. You have to go with where your heart lies. So for a lot of you, the fact that you have someone here and you're not sure because you're thinking about someone else, I think a lot of you are going to turn away from it. You're going to like take back, I don't want to say take back control of your life, but more or less it's like you're putting the deciding factor, the power of the decision making, it's like you're putting it back in your own hands because it kind of feels like someone else is steering your ship, especially if you've been with someone for a long time. And it's not to say it's completely void of love and emotion, but if this was the one, right, whether or not you believe in the one, if this was someone who's offering you long-term marriage, baby, kids, all that, and you're kind of like, like I'm still kind of thinking about this other person, that's probably a sign that right now, Sagittarius, this might not be the one. I think a lot of you are going to pursue either this fire or water sign because it's like you still have feelings for them. It's like you can't stop thinking about them. Page of Swords, you may be spying on them on social media or looking up information to see where they're at. It's possible that you may have to travel to go see them with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, let's do this deck. So tell me a little bit more about that. Temperance, that's you. So others of you are going to have possibly a Sagittarius communicating with you about their true feelings. Yeah, in fact, unexpectedly, you may hear from another Sagittarius who, it's not that they're like pouring their heart out to you, but it's like they're sort of flirting and you kind of sense that they've caught feelings for you. I think you're right. Yeah, so after thinking about it for a long time, you finally put the nail in the coffin of what is no longer serving you. Four of Swords, again, you're not making a snap or a rush decision. But yeah, for some of you, the idea of building upon what you, like the foundation you've already laid with someone, the idea of building upon that more and making it more official, or I don't know how else to say it, you know, committing for life, that's really scaring a lot of you, and it feels like you're turning away from it. As I said, it's like, no, I'm the captain of this ship, like we're going this way. So there does seem to be maybe some pressure from someone in your life who's wanting to lock it down. And again, Sagittarius, you have free will. Some of you may choose to pursue that. The only thing that gives me pause is that there's so many people coming up in your spread. This feels like a relationship where you have people breathing down your neck. I don't know if it's your siblings or your friends group or your parents who are like intruding in on this dynamic, but there's way too many people here. And I am sort of being called to say immature people because you're showing up in your spread multiple times, right? Like you're here, male or female. We understand Sagittarius is here, but who are all these pages? I mean, unless you have 4 children, maybe that's what this is. But again, in a romantic spread, why is that such a factor? And, you know, maybe you have a reason for that and that's all fine and good. I literally keep seeing you a steering wheel. Like, you know how, I don't mean to make this a gender thing, but you know how dudes drive with like their wrist? It always looks so cool. They're just like, I see my Sagittarians doing that, and I do think it's like you're changing your mind, you're turning around, you're going in a new direction than what you started to build upon, especially with your earth sign. No offense to the earth signs. There's someone on your mind, and maybe it's not even romantic, maybe it's your mother, maybe it's whoever it is. It's like you have some unfinished business to settle before you're ready to open your heart up to long-term commitments. I think you're going to be revisiting that, especially with another Sagittarius. And this you could also look at it as something that you thought was dead and buried. It could be that you have an awakening or an epiphany or a dream about reuniting with someone, in which case you're like, oh, it's almost like judgment, like Waking the Dead, going back to open something up that you thought was gone, but it's not really, because it's still impeding in your mental sector, in your headspace. So some of you, yeah, it's like, and this could even be like moving forward to return to the past. It talks about divine timing and fate and destiny and cycles in our life. Some of you may be revisiting a cycle, possibly with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or again, a Sagittarius, to be like, yeah, like there are still some feelings here, so I gotta pursue that. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I got for you with all 4 pages. My goodness. All right, what's up, Leo gang? How you doing? Let's talk about your love life. Let's get some tarot cards for Leo. What can I tell Leo about their person? Let's get 3 cards for Leo's person and 3 cards for Leo. Hope you guys are doing well. I threw a bonus reading your way, so if you haven't already, check out your October monthly. That was all over the place. It was completely a helter-skelter message, but maybe it's for someone out there. I have faith that went out to someone who needs to hear it. But I also did a bonus reading, and that one was much more precise and condensed. Very heavy on the love messages, too. So, all right, and let's get 3 cards for Leo. All right, so you have a new fire sign that sparked your interest, another Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. But you guys are being presented with a lot of obstacles. I am hearing Audrey Hepburn. I don't know why. I don't know, is somebody watching Audrey Hepburn movie? Is that someone's name? Audrey Hepburn. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I have no idea why this is coming up in your reading, Leo, but hopefully it makes sense to someone. So here's the thing. It feels like you guys just started a relationship or are about to, but immediately you're getting slammed with a lot of obstacles about you two being together. Here's the thing. I don't sense that these obstacles are your person getting cold feet or one day they're in, one day they're out. It's not that. It's like you just met them and then they lost their job, or you just met them and then their dog passed away, or what. And I'm not trying to predict anything scary. I'm totally just giving you examples, but it's like you make plans to see them and for some reason or another, the universe is like, nope, denied. You can't do it right now. The thing is, overall, the action or the outcome is 3 of Wands, which is like you're getting there. You're making more progress than you think, even though you're frustrated by the timeline of how much you guys can hang out. It's saying you're not in the clear yet, but you should have hope that essentially your ships are coming in. After the 3 of Wands comes the 11-11, which is kind of like the soulmate card or a milestone, right? So if you're interested in this person and vice versa, I think you guys are going to reach a milestone of actually being like, okay, like we're officially in a couple, or you know, something more significant is coming along. Others of you, it's because this person is totally cool. They're a good, I hate to say like learning opportunity, but just stick with me. There's something about this person. Yes, it was divinely guided. It was fated that you met them, but it might just be that this is like the in-between of when you actually meet the soulmate, if you know what I mean, because you're getting 3 of Wands with them. So again, it's progress, maybe in your own spiritual development, maybe in theirs. You may end up locking it down with this person, and it could be great. It could be a relationship to celebrate through the years. Or it could be, it's almost like not a standstill. What is that expression? It's a stalemate where there was an equal or mutual sense of they were interesting or they were cool. Like, you know, no bad vibes, but like, I don't know if it's the one. It seems like if that's the case, if my Leos relate to that, it's probably going to be because something about this person, it's like universe is trying to deflect you to get to that person and then bounce over to the other. I know that's kind of a weird way of phrasing it, but there's soulmate energy coming up in your future, but it's not here yet. So be patient, don't get frustrated, but also take it as a sign that if there are a lot of obstacles and delays, rather than trying to fight through them and just like blow your way through them, understand that the universe may have a greater plan. So it's like, bite your lip and embrace, okay, like, can't see them this weekend. That sucks, but I'm just gonna do me. Like, I'm not gonna get all crazy and obsessive about my person. Like, let the chips fall where they will, because yeah, you also have an Ace of Cups coming in too. So some of you may be with a fire sign now, and again, I'm not at all putting the kibosh on that, but some of you may change your mind and decide to go towards a water sign, or vice versa. Yeah, because you also have, this is such a great deck, the Philly Tarot from my friend at Behind the Limb. The King of Cups is offering you the Ace of Cups, which, yes, is a Philly cheesesteak in this deck. This deck was made for me. But this seems very promising. So the only sense of confusion I have here, and just to be honest, this could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces showing up, or if Leo, you have very strong Cancer in your chart, it could indicate that if, you know, you're being represented as the King of Cups, male or female, right? If you strongly resonate with water signs, it could be that you're going to decide to give your heart or your cup. Here's the thing, to someone from your past who didn't treat you right, some of you are still holding space for them energetically in your heart, even though they may have played like the liar, cheat, or thief game in the past. So, yeah, I mean, parts of this are very good. I love seeing aces. Even the Three of Wands is a very positive card, but it is a card of needing to have patience. King of Cups is great, but you also have Five of Swords and you have Seven of Swords. So you're not totally in the clear. And yeah, exactly. You also have a King of Swords. That's what I mean. You have choices here. So for some of you, it's a very positive in that if you end up not choosing person A, it seems like person B is just around the corner. For others of you, though, you get very impatient trying to make plans to meet up with your person. And it's not that they don't want to. It's, you know, circumstantial that something happened that weekend and they couldn't drive to see you. Some of you are taking that as a, well, you lost me then. But if you do that, it seems like a lot of my Leos are going to go back to someone who didn't treat them right, who really doesn't deserve their time and attention. So again, free will, Leo. You can do whatever the heck you want, but I don't know. You do have at least one, if not two, good options here. So I don't know. Someone who just didn't treat you well, who kind of just didn't give a shit. I don't think it's worth going back to them because you have other options. Aces, new ones, right? Aces that seem a lot better suited for you. It does sort of feel like the universe is testing you, like, yeah, as the devil comes out. Temptation, literally, right? There's the temptation because you're not satisfied with the timeline. You know, fire sign, right? You want to move in. You want to get in there and feel the passion and the excitement. And when it's not there, when it's kind of just, you kind of got to ride the waves out a little bit. I think some of you get very, impatient. I just keep reiterating that. So a lot of you have a water sign that didn't treat you well, but it seems like it is your wish. It is your destiny to get their affection and their attention again. It could have been a water sign, but yeah, I don't know. It could also be another Leo. This is saying the Leo card, the one who, you know, garners the attention, the victory, the one who is celebrated. This person saw how great you were and left anyway. It's like they left you on pause or they left you hanging because they had other shady dealings they had to go attend to, and yet you're still just like, okay, I'll just hold my cup out for you whenever you want to come back. Leo, you need to value yourself more. You need to love yourself more, right? It dims your light, it dims your value when you accept people back into your life who just didn't treat you well, right? Okay, I'm just putting a plug in for that. Tell me a little bit more about this new fire sign, this Ace of Wands coming into Leo. This is also saying, too, if you're feeling it with someone, don't be afraid to express it. It's a good time to, even if long distance-wise, send out warm messages of communication to those you're interested in. Some of you are going to have a new spark, a new flame with a Capricorn. Yeah, especially at a distance. Absolutely. Like, literally, after the Three of Wands comes the Four of Wands and like well, yes, that's the soulmate card. But the Three of Wands is literally the, like, what we say in tarot, waiting for your ships to come in, metaphors, right? But literally, there's the ship. You may have someone coming from quite a distance to meet up with you, Leo. This could be someone who's moving into town that you haven't even met with, right? Ace, you might not know this person yet, but have hope that good things are coming into you. But again, I'm being told to say something about waiting for the water sign or the one who did you dirty. You have Seven of Swords coming up twice. So I don't know if I like that. The one who blew you off to go to the football game with their friends, or the one who blew you off to, I don't know, to watch football with their friends, and then it's like, oh, sorry, babe, I can't. Like, really? Really? That's who we're holding out for? Yeah, they're a child. They're immature. It's not worth it, Leo. Tell me about this key. So someone's going to treat you right. Someone's going to buy you flowers. Something about inviting you over to their home for like a home-cooked meal. Leo. That sounds very Leo-esque to me. With fancy wine and cheese. This person will look out for you. This person will not leave you behind or kick you to the curb or something like that. Yeah, you need to seal the coffin once and for all on the one who did you wrong, and you're like, I don't even think about them. It's not even a big deal anymore. But you kind of do. Spirit is saying it's okay to release that. You don't need to hold on to it for dear life. When you let it go, right, organically allow the right things to come in for you, it's going to blow you away how much better it is than that person who just, yeah, ugh. I got to be honest, Leo, I don't like their vibe at all. So you'll know if that's your story. You do have two kings, though. You have the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So, all right, last but not least, let's do it for, let me find my decks. Aries, what's up? How you doing, my Aries friends? This crazy hair, I don't know if I like it. I do, I kind of like it. All right, Aries, let's do it. Tell me about Aries' love life. Let's get 3 cards for their person. Let's get 3 cards for them. If you don't currently have a person, this might not resonate, or it may resonate in the future. So feel free to revisit this message at a later date. It might make more sense then. All right, so the wish fulfillment with possibly a Scorpio or a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could also be a Pisces. No, I think this is you. I think someone else has their eye on you, Aries, and it's not someone brand new. It's someone from your past. There's a slim chance you could look at this as like, you know, from a past life, but generally speaking, this feels like someone you grew up with, or someone who is like, someone, Aries, you may have put in the friend zone that's always kind of had feelings and affection for you. My goodness, are they still holding out for you? It might be a Scorpio or a Leo. Someone views you in very high regard. They hold like it's like there's a flame in their heart. There's passion, there's desire, but it's not someone who's overly like, I don't know how else to describe it. They're not like hypersexualized when they're with you. Like they may flirt, but it's sort of cute, like innocent flirting. You know, like someone who just likes to pat you on the back or touch you or do that sort of like innocent little, oh, we're just friends, but in their heart they're like, oh my god, I'm in love with Aries. You know what I mean? This person texts you a lot throughout the day. Like even on social media, they always comment on your posts. It's like they're trying to get your attention because they have feelings for you. All right, so what does the universe want you to know about this? Why are you keeping them waiting? This is sort of saying you know that you hold a lot of power in this relationship or in this friendship or in this dynamic, but it seems sort of like you're toying with their emotions. I don't think you're doing it out of being malicious. I don't think that's it. It feels like you're keeping them warm because maybe you're trying to keep your options open, but my guess is that you may have stronger feelings for someone else, especially an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so you're trying to see how that pans out before you accept any other love offers. So just be careful with that, because the person who came up in your spread, who we were just talking about, they do seem to have very pure intentions for you. They like you very much. And so this may even be someone who you discuss your romantic life with, especially if it's like a best friend or a coworker. And it's like, that's the thing. I would love to say that it's just innocent and it's like, oh, I had no idea they were interested in me, but you kind of do. That's what the cards are saying. So be careful with that, Aries, right? Yeah, the Magician said, and even this depiction, the Magician in the Page of Swords is like, you know more than you're leading on, or more than you're letting on, rather. Like there's a sense of, again, it's not malicious, but there is like a trickster energy here where you may be playing innocent of, oh, I have no idea that they like me. And I'm going to be real with you, right? This is never a personal attack on you, but it might be that like you kind of like the attention. Just putting it out there, Aries. All right, I just got to say, I know, a little bit of tough love. But so tell me, then you have the 8 of Cups though. So especially if you're holding out for a Gemini or a Virgo, but you also have like the friend zone person, I think a lot of you are going to discover that the Gemini or the Virgo is not who you thought they were, or the Gemini or the Virgo is not what you built them up to be in your head. So the person that you're potentially waiting for, there's also some energy about that where you're just like, oh no, that's not what I wanted, or that's not who I thought they were, in which case a lot of you are going to end up walking away and going back to your friend anyway. So it's almost like, save yourself the hassle. Like they already have such beautiful intentions for you. Why are you turning your nose up at someone who feels like they would put a lot into this relationship because they just think you're the bee's knees. They hold you in very high regard. Some of you are going to be going off to seek partnership with a Capricorn. I don't know if this is a new Capricorn or an old one, but yeah, some of you are on your way to find a Capricorn. Some of you are going to be moving in with a Capricorn, or someone who sells you. I don't know if it's a realtor or like a property land owner, manager, your landlord. I don't know. Something about somebody who owns a bunch of land, and I'm sort of getting someone who passes you keys. So I don't know if it's, I don't know, a car salesman or someone who gives you keys to your new studios. I don't know what it is. Something about the passing of keys. So, okay, so it could also be a Taurus or a Cancer. Something about the high priest or the high priestess are frequently shown with keys. Something about that is important. Some of you are going to be moving to a house in the mountains, in which case maybe it's with your sweetheart, or maybe there's going to be romantic prospects there. Some of you may be renting a cabin. I don't know if it's for an event or just a little getaway. Again, if you're single and looking, there might be romantic prospects there. So random. All right, tell me a little bit more about this wish fulfillment person. 10 of Cups, absolutely. This person wants so badly to be in your life and to be the end all be all. They know they're not, but they're still willing to put in a fight to try and show you and prove to you that they have a lot to offer you. And again, I think you see small potential in it, but it's almost like you want to be proven wrong that the person you're holding out for is truly not the one for you before you entertain like the friend or whatever this is. So the one that Aries is waiting for, or especially a Gemini or a Virgo. Especially a Gemini. All right, so this person has a lot of money. They dress very well. There's very much a visual appeal to this person and why you're attracted to them. Something about having car trouble. Again, so there's something very important with the car. Maybe you guys get into an argument in the car. I don't know what that is. This person's very consumed with their work life, and again, this isn't a message for all of you, but there is something that you discover about this person who you've put up on a pedestal, like, oh my God, they're the one, and I hope they message me and reach out to me. There's something about them that's either flighty or flaky or kind of deceitful, like has extramarital affairs, or yeah, there's just an element where there's an element of like trickery, or I just don't dig it. I don't like the vibe. Yeah, exactly. Keeping you in a cage. Like this person may be very possessive once you actually get to know them, and you're meant to be free. You're meant to have fun. Some of you are going to go on a road trip with your friend here, and that's where they're going to like start professing their love to you in a more subtle way, but the vibes are there. You're just choosing not to see it, or because you've decided that I'm not interested in them. So, you know, I guess just don't block your blessings, Aries. You know, sometimes we're just not feeling the vibe with certain people, but I mean, they're coming up, but yeah, there's the lovers again. This could be a Gemini too, the one you've put in the friend zone. I always say people come up in your spread for a reason, so there's something the universe is trying to get you to see about them. So there's a Pisces that you met on a dating app that you guys never made plans to meet up, but you should, because there's potential for good chemistry there. There's potential soulmate energy with a Pisces you met on a dating app, but you haven't met up with them yet. So it's like, make the date, go out for coffee or do something. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, but there's again, it's like the same message. There's something you wrote off or you just didn't see potential, and you're like, I'm not gonna bother. And universe is like, it's right here. It's like they're trying to get your attention. And again, for some of you, there's a secret about someone you're interested in. They're married. They're already taken, but they are not sharing that information with you. So that's going to be a bit of a jaw drop moment when you find that out. So be aware. Do your research on social media as much as you can. All right, Aries, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in those comments down below what resonates. Keep your vibe high, right? Positive comments only, please. Also, I am selling tarot boxes. I have a limited supply of them, but they are handmade, hand-painted. They're very unique and fun. It's a great time to support small businesses. So I'm going to play that little commercial after this. Hit me up in the DMs if you would like to purchase one. And if not, I will see you next time for more tarot. Bye, guys.